Hi guys, welcome back to the channel on a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. Now welcome to a new series of videos which I call Synergy Bro! And in Synergy Bro, it's all about kind of looking at synergies in a little bit more depth and kind of having a look at their applications from the point of applying the synergy team to the point, well, prior to that, does it actually make a difference? So your favorite champion that you're using, maybe a lead champion, is then boosted by the synergy group. What kind of application changes are we seeing? Improved attack, improved bleed, a lot of improved things that you'll kind of go, well, I didn't see that, but then you identify with it. And also it's handy for people that aren't familiar with using synergy teams to improve certain lead champions, as well as improving groups of champions when you're fighting in any quest or kind of battle situation, depending on the level of difficulty. It can be applied to endgame stuff like Labyrinth of Legends and Realm of Legends, or the kind of the mediocre stuff with regards to event questing, and maybe even some stuff with Act 4 and Act 5. And obviously make sure, if you're new to the channel, that you're hitting that subscribe button and staying locked in for Marvel Contest of Champions based content, as well as more synergies that we're going to cover in the future. So without further ado, let's introduce the synergy that we're going to cover today. It is the Nemesis synergy group. Now, if you want to go to marvelsynergy.com, you'll find a whole host of things that are going to be really helpful for synergies. If you go to the bottom tab, you'll see synergy bonuses, and I'll link you to this page here, which shows all the listed synergies in alphabetical order, and is a great tool to kind of get an understanding of which champions you need to get those synergy bonuses. So let's introduce the Nemesis synergy, and it basically is, obviously, if you've got a Nemesis, that it comes with an attack increase bonus. As you can see, increased base attack by 4% at level 1, 5% at level 2, and 6% at level 3. So this means, based on your star level of the characters here below, they will then increase based on putting this into this synergy group. Now what I'm going to do is then go back to the game. There we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a non-synergy team first, and we're going to take notes around a lead character of the attack damage. And obviously what we want to see is that we then apply the synergy team a bit later on, and we see the increase of percentage of attack damage. And I've kind of seen if we can get that level 3 or even the level 2, depending on our character availability, to kind of increase that. So the more attack added on, the better, and at the same time it can give people a bit of pointers if they've got a lead champion that maybe doesn't have quite so much damage. So what I'm going to do is get my lead character as being King Groot. Why? Because his kind of attack damage is quite mediocre. One downside is that, and we will have a look at this as soon as we put in the synergy group after this battle, we'll notice that a lot of things like stats wise don't change. So you would kind of, you know, anticipate that if you were adding in a synergy group, that Kabam could put in something where you see the attack damage, which currently reads as 654, to be something that then would increase, so you'd be able to see the application of that synergy. So that's one thing I think Kabam really needs to improve on. How much of a difference can you see prior to battle with regards to synergy application? Okay, here we go with the battle. Now I've chosen King Groot because I quite like him. At the point he's got the Fury on, we can see like 201 seems to be when a Fury's on. I'm just waiting till a non-Fury attack comes in, and then we can get an average there. So 202, 130, those are the kind of numbers there. So that's 202, 130, 202, 130. So let's remember those numbers, 202, 130. And then what we want to see when we apply this is what changes we get. But obviously the fluctuation with regards to the abilities and getting Fury does mean that with a Fury attack it is difficult to, like if it stacks at 4 Fury, which it just did a moment ago, that well, it's not really a kind of a correct amount that I can bring to comparison as it fluctuates. But obviously like 6 now, look, 6 Furies up and hitting in 537 there, so that's like, it is difficult to kind of pinpoint. But if we see rises, if I can remember that, 6 stackable Fury and then 537, then that's something to remember. I like King Groot because he's got regen. He seems to be that it's not, but the thing is he doesn't have a huge amount of attack. And that's why I say a synergy group around attack would help out this character a bit more, because he's got that regen. It does mean that he can last a bit longer in battle. Obviously now we've got 3 Fury up, so hitting in a 370, but it's just remembering that. So we had 537 with 6 stackable Fury, and then 237 with regards to 3 stacks. Okay, so the battle's over and now it's time to create that Nemesis team. And obviously if you want to set up your team at home, then go to marvelsynergy.com. And looking on the list, I'm going to have to find as many characters I can get that level 3 with, because obviously I want the higher percentage as possible, but at the same time it's quite difficult if you don't have all the characters. That's why it's handy to look at this, because you might be like, hey, I've actually got that one and that one, and you may have to then balance it between your 3 stars, your 4 stars and your 5 stars. And obviously in a lower kind of case, you can get obviously 2 stars, but not all of them are going to be available, and at the same time it may be a lot less percentage, but obviously you can pick and choose with it. It doesn't matter what level you are, you can still have a chance of getting some of them. It may be not totally available to you, but you'll be able to get some sort of percentage increase with Nemesis. Okay, so 2 options really with this. First option is a yellow jacket kind of jamboree, which gives me 23% attack increase, and that can be seen obviously here, 5%, and then it goes up to the other ones, 6% there, 6% and 6%. This isn't the only option, and another option is the Cyclops Magneto Shmush, which obviously isn't the only option. There are options that can be better displayed on the Marvel Synergy site, so go and take a look at that. Right, bases are loaded. I've got King Groot ready. I've got the Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man Synergy Shmush. So let's give it a go and see how much of a difference this Synergy group does. So to start off, we've got 2 Fury stacks hitting in quite well there. We are seeing some increases here with 2 stacks, but I really want to find out how we are with regards to base. So the Fury stacks is going to end. There we go. 158. That's the first number we need. 158 and 246. So already at the start point of the video, we have seen an increase in the base attack. We've gone from the 130, it's been increased to the 158, and the 202 is now at 246. So the application is definitely there, and obviously then helps out champions that have lower base attack when hitting the enemies. So we're going to continue on the fight, and we want to see how we are with Furies. Obviously I'm familiar with a 3 stack, and which we are now, which we're seeing 265 and 414. I do feel this is making a significant difference to the way that the battle is going, which is nice. The kind of increase in the attack is better, and that's why I think a lot of people will opt for that when using like Star-Lord in Labyrinth of Legends. Having that attack synergy just means that you're putting in a lot more damage, especially with a character like Star-Lord. His signature ability does allow for some intense amount of attack, especially when you get those combos up high. So with 5 stacks there of the Fury, we can see, yes, a good amount, good number, especially increasing from last time. And you know, King Groot is a champion that I like, but like I said earlier, he's just not got the base kind of attack that makes him a little bit better. So there we have it, guys, the Nemesis synergy. This is a helpful synergy and can improve certain attack. I'm not saying that it is one that is going to boost you through the game. Obviously mastery setups can vary, and I could have changed maybe the strength mastery setup to kind of increase on King Groot, therefore making him a little bit more powerful. But if you're looking for something that is going to give you that little extra edge and kind of boost you up, then this can be a very helpful synergy. And a lot of people do opt to use it for things like Labyrinth of Legends around Star-Lord, as I said. So have fun with loads of configurations by going to marvelsynergy.com. A link to the site is in the description below. And finally, what's your favourite synergy? Is there a specific synergy you'd like me to kind of talk a bit more about because it doesn't get the light of day? Or do you think that synergies are overrated? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks very much for watching, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.